takes a special person to do the things that you're doing. I trust me, it takes a special person. You touched on a couple things that are near and dear to my heart. I am passionate about my elderly and my babies.
Yes.
Like you my age, I'm like, okay, you can fend for yourself, but I'm passionate about them babies, and I'm passionate about the elderly.
Yes.
So you definitely touched on some things that are amazing. Your journey, just hearing just that snippet, is truly amazing, and a lot of people can glean from your experience and the things that you have been through. So definitely, I look forward to sharing more, because I know this time we have here today is not going to be enough. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Like, I mean, you just touched on a lot of things, and I know that just getting to know you over this platform is going to be amazing. Um, I love the fact that you were able to take your experience, take your journey, and turn it into a career, and then take it and be able to give back, um, not just as a job, but as an outlet of getting through it. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
people, some people get through it sometimes and they never want to share the journey.
Absolutely.
So I thank you for that, because people seeing, how you got through it, and knowing that they can get through it's so amazing. So if you would, I want to know a little bit, but I know you can't go all into it,
Mhm.
but just a little bit of what this journey has been like for you, becoming an author. Has there been any challenges with becoming an author?
Um, Absolutely, there's been challenges. I think the biggest challenge for me was more in marketing the book once the book came out, and really promoting it. And of course, family and friends supported, but me really wanting to get the book out and get the message out to more people that didn't know me, because I think the story is so important, and the people that did, my friends and my family that did read the book, and then some people that weren't so close to me, they told me that they had went through similar situations, or something in the book really touched them, and that they didn't realize that someone else actually had this journey as well. So the challenge was really figuring out how I can get this story out there, whether it's in the book, yes, but promoting it, and maybe even just speaking about my experience, which I don't think it's unique. I think a lot of women go through this. And just for me being able to talk about it, briefly, that when I originally wrote the book, it's called Protection from the Storm. That's not the book that I wanted to write. I wanted to write something totally different. And a friend of mine, she has a publication company called Smart Girl Media, and we were talking about it. And she was asking me what I wanted to do, and I told her what I wanted to write about. And she said, "Well, I'm not really sure if that's the way we should go." She was giving me a little guidance, but she said, "Tell me a little bit more about your story and some things that maybe other people don't know." And I just started talking, and I started talking. Well, I was in the shelter with my family, and I did this. And she said, "Wait a minute." She said, "Do you realize what you just said?" And I'm like, "What?" And she said, "You were in a shelter with your children, with your family. And now you are overseeing 7 shelters in New York City." She said, "Do you realize
Hmm.
what that story is?" And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, okay. But for me, it was more like, that's my story. That's my journey. I went through it. I got through it, but I wasn't thinking about the power in that. And so once she actually helped me to see that. And once I started going through the process and writing about it and remembering, and it made me cry. Like, I was just like, wow, like, this is so powerful. And realizing how God was there with me every step of the way. And if it wasn't for my faith and it wasn't for him, because people will often ask me, "How did you do all of that?" And I'd be like, "Oh, I don't know. I just did it." No, God helped me through that. He saw me through that. And this is what I was supposed to do, to tell my
Wow.
story.
And you say that, and I'm listening. You say New York, and then I'm like, okay, I know a young lady that lives in New York that also had a similar experience as yours. um, I happened to meet her on social media.
Mm.
We were on the same podcast network, um, and in the midst of